Hey, welcome to the Sam Livecast, everyone. It's Friday. It's the last day of Tequila Week. And look, wait, I don't know which way to go. Look at that. That's a selection of tequila behind me.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of bottles, and one of them is mezcal. They will get put to use later, but I'm not going to tell you about that yet. It's a big day for us. I mean, it's a big day, anyways, because Friday is the day that we take the time to talk about what?
Lynn getting his ass kicked.
MasterChef. Well, Max.
Oops, I mean...
inappropriate.
MasterChef, yeah.
Inappropriate. Yes. This is the day we talk about what went on in the most recent MasterChef, which was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should all be watching MasterChef.
You should.
It's
It's a great show.
fantastic. I'm going to admit something.
Yeah.
I turned the corner on the show last night. I've been watching from the beginning. I've been watching all of it from the beginning. And I've liked it. I haven't really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, Wednesday night, really liked it.
It was good.
Really liked it.
Really liked it.
Uh-huh.
And why is
For
that?
for a variety of reasons.
We like it when you get a lot of FaceTime, obviously, Lynn, but...
Yeah, we always like that. And regardless of what kind of FaceTime you got, and dude, boy, can I tell you something? That last night was a big night for you for so many reasons.
So many reasons.
Number one dish. Boom, the pig head challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Would you do cheek and tongue, right?
Tongue and
Braised
cheek,
cheek
yeah.
and tongue, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Cheek and tongue. But
But
I don't want to get too far down that road, because what makes today more exciting about our MasterChef conversation is that we can't just talk today with only Lynn, MC4 Lynn, MasterChef contestant.
somehow I'm a little sad about that.
But ready for well, you want to be the only one?
Of course.
Not today.
I'm just
because today we're joined by, boom, there we are.
Yeah.
Savannah and Natasha
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
in the house. Unbelievable. Girls, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we're accompanied by, go baby cam,
Baby cam.
Natasha Wade. Diego, turn around.
Oh, look.
Diego, there he is. Oh, look how cute. Natasha's 1.5-year-old.
Yay.
Diego, boy, is he cute.
Yeah, he is.
He's really cute. So that will be the noises you hear in the background. And look at him just rubbing Haley, and Haley just loves little kids. She'll put up with anything. All right, so can we talk about last night?
Sure.
Because honestly, for me, it was a great episode. Look, it started with the pig head that was horrifying to look at. Did anybody feel for Brie like I felt for Brie?
No.
No.
Not
You
at
know,
all. Come on.
nobody gives a shit. We don't care.
No.
If you're in the competition, you're in the competition. You take what you get.
Yeah. I mean, she knew what she was getting into.
Let me
being a
ask you a
vegetarian.
question.
Oh, yeah.
Is Brie being faced with that? Oh, look at Kelly just sat down. Hey, baby. Is Brie being faced with the pig head the equivalent of you guys being faced with just vegetables?
No, I love vegetables, man.
Yeah, we love vegetables. It's her choice to be a vegetarian.
Rightfully so. The thing is I was standing right next to her as that competition was going on, and she had the napkin or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Pig's
over the
head.
pig.
So, and it's awkward when the judges come by and they're like, well, who do you think's going to have the hardest time with this one? It's like, well, obviously,
Right. There's no question. He can sit there beside you
Okay.
and pet Haley. That's fine. I think that's what he wants, right?
He's
Yeah.
probably just going to start walking all over the place.
Is that, well, that's all right. Is the conversation difficult when they come and they talk to you when you're trying to cook?
Oh, yeah. That's hard because they're so intimidating. And they're asking you a bunch of questions, and they're questioning you as to why you're using certain ingredients and why you're using certain cooking techniques. And it's really intimidating.
And there's no, they don't give you extra time. I mean, if Joe Bastianich comes there and he scowls at you and he makes you feel like a tool for whatever you're doing. If he takes up a minute of your time, yeah, he does. If he takes up a minute of your time, it's not, you don't get that out of your hour. You don't get an extra minute in your hour, right?
Nope.
No, we
Yeah.
should though. They always tell you, keep cooking. When don't stop cooking when the judges talk to you, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard, and you can see like Brie last night, like literally just stopped cooking and just like engaged the judges about why her pig's head was covered, and like you can't help it sometimes. You want to talk, you don't want to do both because you might mess up on one or the other.
Can I tell you something? I have nicknames for you both.
Oh, really?
I don't
Oh.
know if you'll like them, and one of you probably won't, but it's a little bit of how I feel. Savannah?
Uh-huh.
MC under the radar, Savannah.
I'm okay with that.
Right.
That's exactly what's happening.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
boy.
It's like I'm not even there.
It's
Yeah.
like you're not even there. And are you okay with that?
I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they haven't showed some of the times that I've totally screwed up,
Yeah.
but I was there. I want to have those memories.
Yeah. Do you see what just happened here? Natasha just left
Where'd
because
Natasha
Diego
go?
split. Kelly went after Diego. Natasha went after Diego.
I mean,
It would be fun to have more FaceTime.
Yeah.
Now, let me
That's how
ask you
I feel.
this. Would it be fun to have more FaceTime if it was not positive FaceTime?
No. So I would rather have no FaceTime than negative FaceTime.
Like,
that's for
like,
sure.
let me ask you this. Do you know the hell Lynn seems to have gone through? Would you be okay with that kind of FaceTime?
I think it would be hard, but when you go into MasterChef, you know that people are going to judge everything you do and you say, so you're kind of prepared for it. But
Right.
that's not to say it's not difficult.
My
Okay.
nickname for you, MC4 Mean Natasha. How do you feel about that?
I mean, how about
And-
maybe, what about like abrasive Natasha?
Okay, but here's what it is. Here's
I guess.
I guess it's this. My observation is this, and you guys can chime in on this in the back.
yeah.
I see you as, and maybe it's focused. Maybe it's I don't give a shit about anybody else. I just want to do my thing, but I'm not really here to smile, have a good time, and make friends.
I think that's right. I mean, I was seriously focused the
Yeah.
whole time I was there.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, behind the scenes, I wasn't mean to anyone. I, always was comforting whoever
Right.
or whatnot, friends with everyone. So,
Lynn, do you agree with that?
For the most
Yeah.
part.
I mean, look, I tell people that all the time is that we all have like our quirks, but for the most part, we all get along. And
Right.
after the show, I don't really know of anybody who's complete enemies. I mean, except for maybe Chrissy.
So, wait,
By the way,
building-
my nickname for you is MC4PC Lynn. Because you're the most politically correct person there. You haven't had like an ugly word to say about anybody.
Well,
You're like Rodney King. Can't we all just get along?
yeah, and I got. Okay, I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go there.
yeah.
Well,
What were you
okay,
gonna
now
say,
let me.
Max?
I have a question. Building off of those responses, do you guys feel like you're ever portrayed in the wrong way,
Good question.
taken out of context?
Well,
Savannah?
Savannah hasn't been portrayed at all, so.
Yeah, I
nobody
haven't
knows
been-
Savannah. I said to somebody today, Savannah, do you watch MasterChef? Yes. I go, hey, Savannah and Natasha coming over. They went, oh, Natasha, the girl that thinks she's cute and blah, 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 and all that stuff in the beginning. And who? And I go, Savannah. I don't know who Savannah is.
Yeah, on Twitter, everyone's
I
like,
know.
who is MC4 Savannah? Who are you? Where did
Right.
you come from? Did you just join the show? Like, I've been there the whole time. Trust me, I took off work. I was there. I was sequestered. I was there.
No, you definitely. You know who else is under the radar? Jessie.
She's really underrated, but she's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she has so many top dishes so far, and you think they would show her more, but they don't.
Yeah. Look. Once
Eddie,
again,
too.
It's all in the editing.
Eddie, definitely.
I remember the very first,
Eddie, yeah.
restaurant segment that I shot for my cooking show with another chef. I left there saying to myself, "Oh my God, this is like the most fun I've ever had shooting. I love this guy. I love the time I've had." They edited it. They sucked all of the life out of it, all of the fun, and it was one of the worst effing segments I'd ever done.
Yeah.
And what that was not representative of this. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever feel? So let me. Are they putting shots of you out of order?
I definitely think so.
There's a
I
lot of
seriously
that,
think
right?
from
I
the-
feel like
yeah.
there's a lot of that.
From the
Oh, yeah.
very beginning, I mean, you can kind of even see some of the comments that I'm saying. I'm in the outfits from later on in challenges
Right.
to come. So yeah, they're gonna take whatever they can to make it and twist it, not necessarily in a bad way. I mean, you have to understand it's a TV show. They want
Yeah.
ratings, and it's a good TV show. So
Wait, I have a comment real quick. About
Yes.
So you watched the show last night, Sam? Of course you did.
Of course. Dude,
So-
really?
So so during the wedding challenge, the narrator calls me out for plating really bad, right?
Yeah.
And they show like a
They
distinct
showed, like-
shot of someone plating.
They showed like Diego had pesto on his fingers and rubbed it all over the plate. That's basically what that shot looked like.
Yeah, but also they weren't man hands. I think they were girl hands. I'm almost sure they were Jesse's hands, and I was like, So they showed. So I was all mad because I'm like, okay, well, they're all talking about me, and then when they show someone go plating, it wasn't even in my hands.
Yeah.
I have a perfect example of that too. In the lamb challenge at the very beginning, Joe comes up and he taps me on the shoulder, and I think he's sending me home, but he says, "Oh, your dish looks great." And then they cut to me stirring this kind of like stew thing.
Yeah.
I was making risotto.
So it wasn't even you?
It wasn't even my food.
That's
And people
so
were
weird.
asking me, "What was that stew that you made?" I didn't make stew. I made risotto. So they cut in someone else's food.
It's
I have
all,
no
it's
idea
all,
whose
it's
food
all
that
about
was.
entertainment,
And
right?
just think
Yeah.
about all the stuff that doesn't get edited. I mean, for the hours that
The
were
hours,
there,
right.
the
Yeah, that's the
hours
crazy
that were
part.
there, and everything that we think's like, oh, that's good. They should edit. They should leave that, and then
Yeah.
it's cut.
What's the most frustrating thing of being on MasterChef? Everybody answer this, including you, Lynn. Start
Yeah.
with you, Natasha.
Being on MasterChef or
The most frustrating thing from being on the show for you was what?
I mean, obviously being away from my family was very frustrating,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Speaking of family, Diego's giving Haley, I think, like chips or something.
Yes.
And that's cool. He's got to give Lucky some because Lucky's going to feel completely
Diego,
left out.
Can you give Lucky one, please? He's very good at sharing.
He's good. So he needs to share with Lucky because I feel bad. Lucky's just little and he's not right there.
Can you give one to Lucky? Yeah.
No, not just touch his nose. Give him. Okay, so being away from your family.
I think
But what
so.
about on the show itself? Like, just what made you the craziest?
Chrissy.
Chrissy? Okay, leave
I
that.
think
Hold
that's
on.
a perfect segue into.
I mean, honestly, it's just, I think the whole part of that was just because, we spent hours in cast holding, and respectively for everyone, we have to be able to maintain calm and collective, and it was like one outburst after another with her. So it was like being on this roller coaster that you didn't know what to do because you're going crazy yourself because of someone else.
Right.
Someone else.
See, I'm a Chrissy fan, but I love her for the drama. I love her for the comments. I love her for the look. Savannah?
I
Most
would say
frustrating?
the most frustrating part for me was the criticism, because I felt like sometimes they were harder on some people than they were on others, and I never really felt like the criticism was fairly distributed.
Yeah.
And so, I sometimes got the feeling like they would say my dish was horrible, and I would think, oh, I thought it was pretty good. Or I didn't think it was that good, and then they would say it was good.
Is
And
Joe Bastianich as big a douche as he seems?
No, he was really nice, actually. Those few moments that we get to talk to the judges, kind
Yeah.
of when the cameras are not rolling, he was really nice and calm and soft-spoken.
But
Yeah,
I
really he
believe
was.
he's been
He
given
was.
the role of the asshole.
Yeah, of course.
Completely. He said last night, and I wrote this down, commenting on somebody's dish, and I don't remember what it was, something about the heat and the salinity. And I wrote that, who the F says refers to a dish as the salinity of the dish?
A restaurateur
Nobody. No,
does that.
stop it.
Come on,
That's
dude.
just mental.
He's like
And how
that
about,
all
wait, when
season.
Graham said to Johnny, is it blah, 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 something I was hoping you braised the pig's face or something like cotton candy?
Oh,
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's a reason. Because Johnny had the reputation on the show, whether this is portrayed or not, as being
Right.
the guy that was way out there. So he was like expecting something way out there, like pig's
I
face,
get
cotton
it.
candy, or whatever he said.
I get it. Hey, Lynn, let me ask you a question.
Yo.
Go back to yourself. You're getting married in September.
I am.
Would you have allowed the MasterChef crew from last night to cater your wedding?
Yeah, actually, and
the red team.
Ladies and gentlemen, MC PC4 Lynn, or MC4 PC Lynn. There he is. We'll never have a bad word to say about anybody. Sorry, finish your thought.
yes, because after going through the rounds of finding caterers and stuff for your wedding,
Yeah.
it's one, tough to get someone to cater your wedding for free, which we probably did.
Yeah.
And two,
I
also
know,
get
I'm-
that. That's actually pretty high class catering food. I mean, if you look around caterers now, like, if you're gonna get that kind of food, you're paying a lot.
I got to tell you something.
lot.
Graham's soup
Pea soup.
Looked great.
looked amazing. Did anybody taste it?
Yes.
We all did.
It
was so
so
good.
good.
Best
It was
soup?
amazing.
Really? It was that delicious?
It was really, really good. I mean, the whole balance, just the way it sat in your mouth, like it was so good.
I was a little disappointed with the way Gordon's sticky toffee pudding thing looked.
Wait, that was like one of the best desserts I've ever had, Sam.
I know.
Yeah, it
You know what?
tasted
And then Graham said, "I've already had 3 of them." I'm like, "You're not kidding me." You sure you not had 300 of them, dude? Okay. So this is going to be not fair, but hey, take a look at these pictures for a second. And I know, at least in Lynn's mind, this is like he reveres this woman. So Christine was on the show last night, right? Christine Ha, winner of MasterChef 3. But I'm watching, and I make this observation that I can't believe it. And I suppose it's partly due to the fact that she can't see exactly everything she's putting in her mouth. But have you seen her take a bite of food? I have 3 shots.
What the heck?
Wait. These are 3 completely separate shots. There's one. There's the second one. That's not the same shot, right? There's the first one. There's the second one. There's the third one. Dude, I've never seen an alligator open its mouth that big before. Holy shit.
Oh, and you know the funny thing is, if you meet Christine in person, she probably could take that.
She probably could. She seems very cool.
So she didn't want to get food on her face.
She could probably dish
did
it back too.
Look, I got a jillion questions, but can we just talk for a
How
second?
funny, how funny was it when Lynn goes to shake her hand and she goes, "Whoa, you're
big."
tall."
So she could see that. She could see how tall you are. Wait, can we just talk for a second, dude? Lynn, I love you. You know that. We've been friends a long time.
Oh, I know where this is going.
I love you like a extra tall brother of mine. I'm not even saying Asian brother, because that would separate us too much. I feel like you're a brother. I feel very close to you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. But what are you gonna say?
But dude, the fucking sweating.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And you
man.
know what's crazy is you got dogged for it a lot last night, super bad, right?
Yeah.
But the week before, you could see it.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
Max, look, we talked about Max being sick and sweating the other day when we shot that Bed Bath & Beyond thing. I didn't see you physically sweating as much in the Wednesday show, but I did see you wiping. How was that moment when you got called out for doing this on your greasy head and then cleaning plates? How did that feel?
So the gamut of emotions was.
Wait,
like,
Kelly just said she didn't even think you knew you did that.
I didn't. That was the problem. Like I was embarrassed because he called me out on it, but I had actually made sure during the challenge to always have a towel on my shoulder for my sweat and a towel on the table for the plates. And so when he saw me wipe it with maybe the towel from my shoulder, he called me out. And so I'm not going to say I didn't do it and it was all bogus, but in my head, I had no clue I did it. And when he yelled at me for it, I was like, no, I have a system. It's okay. And then he looked, he's like,
right, you do have a system. You wipe your head and then you wipe the plate. That seems to be your system.
Okay, wait. I would be remiss to let this moment go by to not acknowledge the fact that Natasha's team just wiped the floor with yours, Lynn. I'm sorry.
I'd have to agree with that.
How'd that feel?
You know what? I'm glad
that felt great.
You know what? I'm glad they didn't show.
What?
Our entire team was like incredibly bitter after that.
I know.
And
Oh.
I was actually.
It's got to be. You know
I was
what?
so ashamed of our team. Like there was not a point in time where, or there was not a moment more than I wanted just to like literally rip off my blue apron and go like somewhere else. Because I was like, these guys are. I've never been around such bitter people, and I understood why, but it was. It almost made the defeat worse. Like,
do you think a lot of the blame was directed towards you?
No, actually, I don't think any of the blame was directed.
Okay.
And that's the thing with team challenges. The funny thing is, while you're still on the team when you lose, so people tend not to talk smack about you right after. Everybody's like still in like, good.
Dude.
You guys did great. We just got robbed or whatever. And
Dude, you got fucking piled on last night.
Yeah, I did.
Piled on. Everybody was saying crap about you.
No, I don't think
about
people
you.
said crap.
No, that's what Savannah said
it's
the
always-
first time she was on camera. They caught her saying something about Lynn.
Right, talking shit about Lynn.
Yeah, the very first time they finally show me it's my interview, like, look, there I am, and I'm talking about Lynn. Like, man,
Wait, who was it? So wait a sec. Who was it that said? Like Gordon said about you, Savannah. Watching you work
yeah,
is
that
just
was-
making me crazy.
I
Okay.
was surprised they didn't show more of
Yeah.
that, because as much as they were reaming Lynn, as it seemed like, Gordon was on Savannah's ass the whole time.
it was crazy.
And are you aware of the shit that they're getting from the judges when it's going on?
Oh,
yeah,
at
you're
least on
hearing
your
it,
own
but
team, yeah.
Yeah, they can
Like-
hear everything. I mean, I was surprised. Savannah's like, "Am I really doing that bad?" I'm like, "No. Like, why is he on
Yeah,
her?"
everything I did, he was just calling me out. And I feel like they were trying to get me to break or something. And even at one point, he pulls me aside and he screams at me. And they didn't show it for whatever reason, but
Wow.
and I just kept the stone face. I was like, I'm not
think-
gonna
no.
cry,
That was me
not
too.
gonna freak out,
Well, that's
but
the
I
thing.
wanted to.
So when I got caught for like sweating on my plate, the first thing I did is I just walked away from the plate.
Yeah.
And then I almost gave Gordon like a shoulder bump. I thought like they're gonna edit that, so I like looked like I gave him a bump. But what I was
Yeah.
trying to do well, I was trying to get me a new towel so I didn't have to deal with this. And I just walked away. I didn't even like look him in the eye.
Was it Gordon saying to you, "Are you blind in one eye"?
No.
No,
Who was that to?
Who was that to?
I remember him saying it, but
He said that to somebody. I felt like it was.
It
one
wasn't
of
to
yours.
me because I would have said, yes, chef, I actually am kind of blind.
I was surprised that he even had said that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I do remember it, but I was surprised
Yeah, who's he
considering.
said it to?
I don't remember.
Girls?
Yes.
Do you think the camera adds weight?
Oh yeah, I do. I think it makes you width-wise.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Savannah?
I can-
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Lynn?
Yeah,
Lynn?
but I actually gained weight on the show.
Lynn?
So, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
all
another
did.
thing
We
to
all
point out.
did.
Wait,
like,
Lynn.
I don't actually.
I want to know if Lynn thinks the camera adds sweat.
Wait, Lynn, tell him how many bags of chips you had a day.
Oh,
What?
Lynn was like the chip master.
Oh, why do you gotta bring
What?
this up?
What's with the chips, dude?
He needs to start his own chip brand.
Yeah, I was apparently known as the guy behind the scene that ate a bag of chips like every single lunch break.
Oh
Multiple
my
bags
God.
of
Okay,
chips.
multiple bags of chips. I like chips. So what?
How about this? Lynn's chosen for his presentation skills that he's not living up to tonight.
I know. And then they serve the blue plate, and they're like, "Wow, we think the blue plate looks better than the red plate." And I was like, "Take that, MasterChef narrator."
Yeah. All right. So far, only a couple more questions. Then I got something to do. What's the worst challenge so far for each of you?
I would say for me it was the team firefighter challenge because I lost it. Like
Yeah.
I lost my calm, my composure, my cool, everything. And looking back on it, it's just something that I kind of regret.
You know, it's interesting. One of the very first challenges that I watched, and Lynn jumped like 17 feet up in the air, and I questioned whether that was legitimate,
No, it was.
whether he was overacting. But now that I'm telling you, last night is the night that I watched, and I went, wow. I think the anxiety, the pressure, the sweat, the fatigue, that everything now gets to you.
Well,
I
people
believe it's all
watching,
completely legit.
You don't understand too. Like when we were doing that wedding one last night, it was hot. We were in a tent. I mean, we had the ovens going. We
Yeah,
had,
by the way, they made it look like as the wedding party, as the couple was walking down the aisle, you were just going into the kitchen. You weren't just going into the kitchen then.
Yeah,
Well, we
actually,
had,
we
like-
were. I
we
think.
were. I think we had 2. Was it 2
We
hours?
had 3 hours, I think. We had a lot of time to prepare for that, but 3 hours straight of just working your butt off.
Working.
Like, I feel like last night's episode didn't do it justice because there was so much pressure on that challenge. I mean, like Lynn said, that was the worst one to lose. No one wanted to lose the wedding challenge.
Exactly.
No,
I was surprised too. They didn't show a lot of like the vegetarian aspect, even though it
that was a big
the main
component.
focus too. Yeah.
Apparently, I had 12 components on my
Oh
vegetarian.
no, that's what we didn't even see your vegetarian plate.
Yeah,
and I
we
was
didn't-
wondering what
No,
the
they kind of glossed over those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Who was the tomato stack?
Us.
You
red
guys,
team.
and you guys were the, yeah.
We did
I
the
feel like
promo-
her and I, that was like kind of our concept.
Yeah.
We did what with burrata cheese. It was zucchini.
Was it good?
tomato,
It was really good. We
with
had a
the
gremolata.
sauce with it.
Okay, but wait.
Faro.
The bride comes out in the beginning and she goes, "Oh, there's some things I don't like." And she rolls out the list. Really?
Wait,
That
did
was
she
so
really?
annoying.
Let me-
Do you
tell you
believe
this.
that? Do we
We-
believe that she didn't like 800 things that
no
were on
bell
that list?
peppers.
We all thought that. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I had thought at that point, I was like, these got to be
That's what I
actors and
thought, too.
actresses.
Yeah.
Like this is so overly dramatic, it can't be real.
And you know what pissed me off is Gordon goes, the most amazing whatever, and I thought they were going to be like, they cured cancer or some shit like that. They were just people.
Yeah.
I know that the reality shows exaggerate. It's like Donald Trump on, this is the best I've ever in the world, but whatever. Hey, okay, I got a question for just you two, not you, Lynn.
All right.
Ready?
Whatever, dude.
Do you know the game F, Marry, Kill?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we
it was-
played
Okay,
that.
well, okay,
over
you're going to play it
there.
now. F, Marry, Kill.
Oh my god.
Gordon Ramsay, Graham Elliott. Think about it. Joe Bastianich.
Now I'm glad you're not asking me this
I'm
question.
not answering.
You're answering. Of course you are.
You go.
Look at, you know what?
Come on,
Natasha's
girls, you
thinking
got
it,
it.
thinking it through.
Well, I'm just trying to think of like the rational way to put this. I mean, because you have to think about who would you spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
Like, I think
See,
you're
now here's the thing.
overthinking it.
I could answer. I
think-
could answer based on what I see, but I don't know them like you guys do.
That's
Okay,
true.
Knowing them,
That's
knowing
true.
them, I
Yeah.
think that I would off Joe just because I couldn't deal with him.
Joe's gone, right?
He's too much.
Yeah.
And I would probably, I would marry Gordon now because I think he's very humorous. He's funny.
Yeah.
He would probably make
Yeah.
me
Which
laugh
means-
a lot.
Which means
As
you're.
opposed to.
Which means
So
you're
me and,
banging Graham Elliott. All I can say for that is just consider the position because
Oh man.
Whatever.
Something
Savannah?
Inappropriate, dude. Move on.
Sorry, Savannah?
Next question.
No, you got to answer.
Oh.
Come on. Nobody watches this.
You're in the pressure test.
It's a pressure
Okay,
test.
this is
F, Mary, kill. Graham Elliott, Gordon Ramsay.
We can make it
Joe
PG.
Bastian.
Boyfriend,
Okay,
marry,
I
kill.
would marry Graham.
Yep. Oh, interesting. Yes.
I would kill Joe.
Yeah. Wow. So Joe dies in both cases.
So by default,
Yes.
Gordon is left over.
Gordon's left over. I understand it. I understand
You
it.
can't. You can't deny it doesn't really help Graham that much when he's stuck in between two of the skinniest guys ever with
I
the
know.
smallest
I know,
suits
I
ever.
know.
You know what's crazy?
They do triathlons.
How big Joe used to be.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you guys
Joe
know
used to be
that?
extremely
Oh, let's see a
overweight.
picture, Lynn. Let's see
Yeah.
a picture.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
He
Was
used to
there a
be-
weird dynamic when Joe was there with his mom?
Yeah. Well, I don't
It
know. I
was
missed
funny.
it.
Oh yeah, Lynn didn't
Oh,
get to see
yeah.
it. It was funny, their kind of interaction. Like he would
Yeah.
try and kind of take over, and then she would put him back, put him in his place. That was the best part of it.
That's fantastic. All right. Here's what we have to do. Here's my question to you.
Let's do it.
You had the pig head, last night, and you've had like the challenge where you got to just make whatever. It's tequila week. So I've got 8 or 9, 10 tequilas over there and a mezcal.
Mm-hmm.
Will you accept the challenge of having to make something in a very short period of time with the tequila, with anything that's in my kitchen?
I'm down.
That works?
Sure. Yeah.
We're down.
All
Okay.
right.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna split for a second. You're not really going away anywhere. We'll play a quick fixtures living
Are
spot.
we on a team?
When we come back,
We can be.
Let's team it up.
MC4, stop it. MC4 Savannah and MC4 Natasha are gonna make something for Tequila Week. The only stipulation, they have to use alcohol out of one of those bottles behind me. Can they do it? I'm excited to find out how this is going to turn out. Everybody ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's hit it. Okay, so welcome back. And here we are. It's the Sam Livecast. We have Savannah and Natasha from MasterChef cooking here in the kitchen. How amazing is this? Look at that. Look at that.
This is awesome.
They're there. Here's the challenge. They have a choice of the following main proteins: salmon, New York steak, chicken thighs. They don't have to use those. In fact, they can use anything that's in the kitchen. The only stipulation is that they have to use tequila somewhere in this dish. Would it be okay, Lynn, if you were judging this, if they made something and then just put a shot of tequila beside it? Would that be okay? in your
That
mind?
would be well within the rules, but terrible.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
What did Lynn say?
Lynn said that would be well within the rules, but terrible.
That's cheating, man.
Do you have ground cumin, Sam?
I do have ground cumin. Hold on. They have
There's
15
salt and
minutes,
pepper,
so we're
Natasha.
trying to be fairly quick with our time here
there we
for them. There you go.
Thank you.
It looks nice. It's nice and bright so far.
So what we're seeing over there is it appears as if Natasha's chosen salmon. Savannah's going with the chicken thighs. I see some dicing of yellow peppers over there. Natasha's back with the cumin. Clearly she's going, I believe Savannah's going with a bit of a Mexican theme, maybe taking the tequila as a hint. Not quite sure where Natasha's going yet.
You know, I'm a little confused. I thought we had 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, shouldn't proteins go down like right away?
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, proteins go down.
I don't know. Well, dude, salmon you can do in no time.
Yeah.
And they got the pans on over there. I think we'll have to put the
I think that they're going to pull it off because they're pros at this.
Max, can you turn the fan on?
Set off the fire alarm.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Here we go.
There we go.
That's good. Okay, good. Fan's on.
There we go.
Wow. You know what, Lynn? Let me just talk to you for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Now we're in the
What's up?
kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, I normally don't
you're-
like the misdirection
Uh-huh.
of
You're
MasterChef.
fine, D.
You know what I mean by misdirection?
Where they act like one thing is leading up to this outcome or this eventual outcome, and then they flip the switch on you after the commercial.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's what causes great TV, but the thing is, it becomes predictable after a while, you know?
But dude, last night's misdirection with you, when you thought you were going upstairs to be safe,
Yeah.
you put your hand on what, Luca's back, and you
Yeah.
started to walk?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know, you want to know why
That was an amazing moment.
You want to know why that caught me off guard so much? And
Because you're arrogant and you think all your stuff's amazing?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly why. No, I mean, look, I had played out in my head that perhaps, you know, like I wasn't doing all that bad. And the thing is,
Yeah, that was
I don't
crazy.
know which one to pick.
I felt like I had done a lot in that competition, and then when it came down to the crunch time, the reason why we lost is because we got our service like messed up, and the service was on James.
I'll use
Wow.
this one.
So I mean, look,
Wait, do you blame James for that? Hold on a sec. Max is waving at me. Focus on these two? Well, there's really nothing going on. They're getting their stuff. I'll get to them. Max is giving me shit right now. He's like, focus on these two. We'll get to these two. Right now, they're in the early stages of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just hanging
It's going to be
out.
okay. So, did you blame last night on James?
you know, not really.
Wednesday
The
night?
thing is, I think the caveat here is like who should have stayed down. I'm not blaming anything on James.
think
Don't get me
you are.
wrong. We all messed up. Like, and James will be the first to agree with me that he should have stayed down there. In fact, I think he posted something on his Facebook saying he should have.
Gotcha.
But my thing was this: like, if you're gonna save one person,
Right.
they chose James because he didn't like screw up as bad as I did on the actual plate, and
Right.
I'll take that fault. But for the most part, I felt like the X factor, saying like all our food was good and all our dishes came out okay without any sweat on it.
Gotcha.
I think
Where
James
do you
should have
say
stayed
the
down.
tongs
You know?
are?
Okay,
Oh,
let's
in
take
here.
let's take a look at what these two are doing in here. Let's get a close up on Max's camera. Natasha's seasoning a little bit of salmon.
Got bell peppers going.
Savannah's in the pan with the chicken.
Pineapple.
Girls, tell me for a second.
Moms.
Savannah,
Yes.
give me a little sense of what you're doing over there.
So I am making a tequila braised chicken,
Yes?
and I'm making a little pineapple salsa, and I'm gonna put it in a taco.
Nice.
something
Wait,
simple.
put it into what?
A taco.
In a taco.
So the tequila braised chicken taco.
Would you like that flat top thing on that you could do the tortillas on?
Sure.
That'd be good? Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
that'd be great.
All right, this half of it will work for
There's a lot going on in the kitchen, man.
Heidi.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the kitchen considering that I've got a dozen people come in here in 15 minutes. It went a little longer than I thought today, but we're going to be okay.
Hi, Diego.
We're going to be okay. Diego, it's all right, man.
Hey, bud.
Poor child is going to be fine. All right.
Am
Am I the only one that believes that Luca's accent is fake?
I don't think Luca's accent is fake at all.
It's the most Luca,
Just
I'm
some
going to put
here.
this in this thing, and it's going to be like this, and it's going to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, he's not, like, he hasn't been here a whole long time, you know?
Anejo.
Wait, take Max's camera.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Wow, beautiful color.
That's
So
great,
I just put the tequila in, so it's
Beautiful color on the chicken. And Natasha's got only onions going so far, but she is cooking salmon. And now they've got the tequila as well. Wow.
You're
That's
like the
something.
chairman, dude.
I'm like the chairman. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm like Alton Brown. Hey, can I ask you a question? Hey, how many of you guys had macaroon training?
I had made macarons
prior?
before.
Oh,
at home.
like everybody's scared to answer the question. They don't want to give too much away.
I've
you know
done
who should
macarons at
answer
home.
that?
Who should answer that? Lynn?
Lynn.
Well, here's
Lynn,
the
did
thing.
you have any training?
Here's the thing. We've had viewers watch this show when we've
Uh-huh.
talked about whether you got training on stuff. And they sent in things from past seasons that say you guys get training in certain areas.
Oh.
You know, this is going to be
really?
MC4PC Lynn talking, but
Yes.
the show's different every year.
It's different every year.
You gotta. There's a lot of stuff that I've read online that's actually.
I
simply
think
not
one
true.
thing they should point out is how difficult macaroons are.
Oh, dude,
Right, Lynn? I
listen.
don't think people realize.
Yeah, definitely.
Savannah, how glad were you didn't have to make them?
Oh my gosh, so relieved. That was just like the biggest relief for me because I did not want to make macaroons.
Right, it
They're
would've-
too unpredictable.
It would have been awful. I would never have done that in 1,000
Yeah.
years.
Buddy.
I
They're
think
too
I would have.
unpredictable.
Wait, let me ask you this. How did you guys feel? Natasha, how did you feel when they unveiled the pig head? Did you think you were going to have to cut like pieces off of that?
I was like dissecting it as I was looking at it. I kind of wasn't even listening to what the judges were saying. Like, what did you have to do? I was like,
And what was the first thing that you were going to do?
I knew that I wanted to use the tongue, just because I prior used it, so
Yeah.
I knew I was a little bit more familiar with it.
Yeah.
So
What's our time looking like?
Our time's looking like 7 minutes.
Doing pretty
Little
good.
spoon?
You
Little
good?
tiny spoon?
Little time right there. That drawer right in front of you.
Okay.
There you go. You got it. So this is not easy. Look, this is not a kitchen that they've worked in before. They don't know where anything is. It's not like the pantry that they're used to, that they recognize and they're expecting certain things to be there. They got to go with what they got to go with. This is not easy. I hate this kind of cooking. I wouldn't like to be on MasterChef. So they get a lot of applause for going with this. And I didn't know when we proposed this idea if they were going to be okay with it or not. And they both were complete troopers. And they went, yes, of course, let's go for it. I think this is what they do.
Yeah, I mean, cooking is so much fun. So anytime you get an opportunity to do it, especially in like this type of kitchen,
Exactly.
you know, I think it's a good way to.
So Savannah in real life is a special education teacher here in San Diego.
Yes.
For different grades, it changes all the time.
Spices, Savannah.
Right in here.
Oh, that long cabinet right there. Let me know what you're looking for. I can help you find it if you don't see it.
I'm good.
Okay. Natasha, what do you do in real life? Apart from being Diego's mom,
That's pretty much all I'm doing right
which
now.
is not an insignificant feat for a 1.5-year-old who's over there being actually very cool right now, right?
Very cool.
He's hanging in. He's not giving anybody a hard time, and I think he's a little bored. But I see your salmon's down in the pan. You're getting ready. You're 5 minutes left. Everybody knows that.
5 minutes left?
5 minutes. You gonna be
Uh-oh.
okay with that?
Wow.
That's cool.
That went fast.
It's going very fast. We've got plates
There
up
you
there
go.
for them
You're
to
good,
check.
buddy.
Don't forget, we're going to be looking for presentation, taste.
Are we judging? Is there a prize at the end?
I don't know if there's a prize.
You know what it is.
Yeah, they get to look at that. Max just, I don't know if you can see that. Max just went over there to make little Diego happy. That was really cute, Max. Thank you for that.
Can I use some of this?
Yeah.
You guys, great MasterChef on a scale of 1 to 100. Rate your experience.
Us?
Yeah.
I mean, 100.
Sorry,
It's a cool
Natasha.
experience.
Natasha, the single oven on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just went into a cold oven. No worries. I'm watching. So on a scale of 1 to 100, tell me your
Are you sure
experience.
it's that one? I feel this one's on.
Is it?
This
Did I
one's
put that
on.
one on?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I thought I
would
put the other one on. Okay,
I
good.
would say 100, Sam.
Yeah. Natasha, scale of 1 to 100, your experience on MasterChef?
I would say I learned a lot about myself from being on the show.
Yeah.
Made me grow as a person.
Yeah.
And I would say that I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah, good for you. Does it make you want to be on some other kind of reality show?
Yes and no, I would say.
Oh gosh.
Yes and no.
Because it's hard work.
And if it was a yes, what would the yes be? What show would you want to be on?
Maybe like the next Food Network star.
Oh.
That's what I would want to do.
Do you think being on the Fox show, though, would keep you from that?
Yes.
Yeah, you have a year before they'll let you do
Do anything else?
anything like that.
So a year from now, you
Wow.
can...
Is that what it is? It's a year?
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea.
By the way, hey, Lynn,
Yo.
glad to see you finally got rid of the finger condom.
Wait,
I hope you
it
like
was gone?
spicy.
Yeah, I don't think it was in last night.
On the show?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it's
Did you see
finally-
that fat bandage on the back of my hand though?
3 minutes, girls. You good with that?
They
Yes.
better be good with
Okay.
that.
Well, Natasha said yes. And Savannah, when I say time's up, hands have to go up, you have to be plated, and then we'll try.
You're so brutal, dude.
Hey, dude, it's the way it has to be. We can't be any less. This is what these two are used to. It's what you're used to. You're just lucky you're not in here.
This is hard work back here. I don't know what you're. This is a lot of multitasking. I'm not used to.
But you've said you want to have free reign in the kitchen. We're gonna let you have that.
Let's do
very
that
soon.
one day. Yeah.
Banana.
That's okay.
I'm gonna have you cook against Max one day and see how that turns out.
That'll be fun.
All right, we're coming down to the final minutes. You have to be thinking about getting food on the plate, finishing up, making it look pretty. There's bowls, there's plates. If you want a rectangle, right beside the fridge is a little cutout with some rectangular plates if you want to use those.
Wow, this is intense. Are they gonna make
Exciting,
it?
Isn't it? I don't know if they're gonna make it. I think Natasha's going to make it. I'm not sure about Savannah. I would hate to have to send Savannah home tonight. Because she didn't have
flavor.
But hey, check this out. So with only 15 minutes, now that they've chosen everything, I have to say, maybe Natasha made the smart move by taking the salmon. Because if she only seared the salmon on the outside and it was rare in the middle, it would be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if Savannah serves us rare chicken in the middle, that's going to be a whole nother thing to take. I don't know. I'm going to want to.
The chicken's been in the pan for a while. I think it'll be fine.
I think it's going to be okay. I might have cut it out, but I see she's going with a whole different thing. She's got sour cream out. What's going on in that bowl right there, Max? Max, can we see what's going on in Savannah's bowl? Oh, just sour cream right now. Let's see what's coming. Oh, I know what's coming next. There's a little the adobo sauce out of the chipotle.
There you go.
Yep.
So she's making a taco. It looks to me like that's going to be what's going to go on the taco first, and then her chicken next. 1 minute, girls. Here we go. Lynn, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to eat.
I'm very excited. All right. I can't wait for this.
I mean, this is what it's all about, man.
Here we go. It's the final seconds of this, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Savannah and Natasha from MasterChef Season 4. Still on the show. They're hanging in. We know that that Natasha is intense every week. We know that Savannah is under the radar. Sometimes you don't even know that she exists on the show, but that could be a very intelligent move of hers. We don't know.
Have you ever thought about actually
We gotta make the plate
making
nice
a career
and
out
pretty
of
for you, Sam.
doing this?
Being an announcer?
Like, be a announcer or like a food judge or
No,
something?
I don't know. I haven't. But what I'm excited about is this food. 30 seconds, you guys.
Ooh, look
Here
what
we go.
Natasha's
30
doing over there.
seconds.
Oh, Savannah's putting the color on.
Here we go. We're plating. Final plating, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some beautifully cooked, what appears to be beautifully cooked chicken right there.
Woohoo!
Looks great to me, man.
And I've got people showing up here anytime now. This is going to be really exciting what goes on at my house tonight, folks. Here we go. 15 seconds. Make them pretty. Don't
right.
plate like Lynn did last night. And please, no sweating on the plates.
Oh gosh, stop it.
Cut that out,
Stop
everybody.
it.
Cut that out. Oh, wait. Doorbell's ringing. Here we go. Now the excitement starts. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm all set. Here we go. 5, 4,
Whoa.
3,
Whoa.
2, and 1. Hands up. See how they do that? They do that just like the show.
Whoa,
All right.
whoa,
I got to
whoa.
walk in.
Good job.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, that was awesome.
Thanks, so
That's
does yours.
Okay, so here's what we have to do.
All right.
It's a huge mess, but I have to come stand in between you two. What's that noise? Oh, it's Diego. Okay, Max. Here's Savannah's plate.
Nice.
All the waste.
Sorry, that's Natasha's plate.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, I'm impressed. Dude, Lynn, you got to take a picture of these two things.
I will,
Can you
dude,
do
I
that?
will.
That looks
Can you
good.
come out and do that?
Yeah, yeah.
How can I can't taste this, and I don't know that we even have time to taste this.
That's okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. We'll post how we thought about these things. But
Sweet.
this wasn't meant to be a competition. Here, come stand close.
Getting
I'm
all
gonna
competitive.
I'm going to use both of your mics. This wasn't meant to be a competition where one of you would win. It was just meant to see how you would do with a few random ingredients out of my fridge in my kitchen. You guys are awesome.
That was fun.
I like you.
I was
I
like, back in the
like,
kitchen.
I like you so much more now. It's not like I haven't liked you. Well, I did think you were a little mean for a bit and intense.
We should do this more often. This is fun.
I'd like to do this
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
with someone. Let me ask you one quick question.
What's up?
Were you portrayed the wrong way in the beginning with the whole I'm pretty and people don't think I can cook thing?
This is like the thing I'm trying to get across to people.
Yeah.
The statement of like, I'm not just here to look pretty and cut basil. That's like
Yeah.
a generic statement. That's
Yeah.
just to be like on the show. I'm not talking about myself.
Did it take it? Everybody took it the wrong way though.
I mean, they like played it over. Everyone did.
Because in the beginning, I was not a fan.
No, I know.
But you know
Trust
what?
me.
Your attitude is cool. I love the fact that you came. I love the fact that you were completely down with this. I love you for that. Thank you so much. Now
Thank
I
you.
really know who you are.
Oh, good.
You're on the show.
I am there.
How fun is that? Okay, if you're not watching MasterChef, you have to, because these guys are in it as well as Lynn in the back, MC4 Lynn. Follow them on Twitter. Watch the show. We're going to taste these, but Lynn's got to take a picture because this is some beautiful shit that they whipped up in 15 minutes. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. What's next week? Anybody know?
What do we?
No, not you.
Whiskey?
Live cast.
Oh.
What are we
Whiskey
doing next week?
I have no idea what we're doing next week.
I don't know. Next week will be lots of fun. See you Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Remember what we say. Tell your friends.
Don't forget to watch
See you.
MasterChef.
And watch MasterChef.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.